Hi there. It's October 11th and time for Proverbs 11. And we are deep into the Proverbs now. Okay. The actual Proverbs of Solomon started on the chapter 10. That rest of the first 9 chapters was prepping you on wisdom and why wisdom is important and how to get wisdom. And we studied all that. So now we're into the Proverbs themselves. So we'll begin. A lot of this is highlighted from another study, and I'm just going to leave them highlighted. We have the English Standard Version over here, which we're using this month. And I like to keep the Geneva Bible, 1599. This is the one our forefathers brought with them, right, on the Mayflower. And it came with notes. Margin notes were part of the printed Bible, and the margin notes are just phenomenal. So I like to keep that open. Right? Okay, verse 1. And he says, he will say this a lot. It's a big deal. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. There's a note over here, see? Stone. Okay. Don't cheat people, okay? People like to cheat people. They do it now. Now they call it shrinkflation, where they give you they used to sell you a pound of coffee. Now they sell you 12 ounces of coffee, 3/4 of a pound, for the same price or higher. Okay, that's a false weight. Okay, and they're doing it just to cheat you and get more money. The Lord finds that an abomination. Okay. Okay. Verse 2, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with the humble is wisdom. Right. God's favorite thing is humbleness. Okay? Pride, arrogance, haughtiness, conceited, looking down at other people. God hates that. And he will say later on that God hates prideful people. Right. Humble is the way to go. 3, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. Right? A simple statement. The crookedness of the treacherous will destroy them. And we see a lot of people now have a lot of money and a lot of notoriety that are being destroyed by their own treacherousness, right? Won't mention any names, but you can find somebody. Okay? 4, riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Right? You can't take it with you. Okay? Just enough. Okay? It should be, I need just enough. Just enough to feed me, just enough to pay the bills, just enough to, right? So that I am not. You have too much, you're going to say, I don't need God. And if you don't have enough, you might be forced to steal, which is a sin. So just enough. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath. You spend all your life, and most people that spend all their life chasing money, at the end of their life, they don't say, I wish I had a chance to earn more money. They say, I wish I'd spent more time with my family. I wish I'd spent more time with the Lord. I wish I'd spent more time with my wife. Right? I wish I'd spent more time enjoying nature, walking my dog. Okay? Riches don't profit in the day. In the end, riches don't profit in the day of wrath. The day of God's judgment, your money won't mean anything. Okay? Righteousness delivers from death. Following the Lord. Right? 5, the righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight, but the wicked falls by his own wickedness. And that's very similar to this one right here. The integrity of the upright guides him, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. The righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight, but the wicked falls by his own wickedness. Right? It catches up with them. Right? You can see that. 6, the righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the treacherous are taken captive by their lust. Got that? By their lust. All these things go together, right? Let's do this. Let's make this blue. And this blue. These all go together. I was never a highlighter in my hardbound Bibles, but I like highlighting things in these electronic ones because you can change it if you want. Hey, 5, we did that. Captive by their lust. 7, when the wicked dies, his hope will perish, and the expectation of wealth perishes too, of his strength of iniquity. When the wicked dies, his hope will perish, right? And the expectation of wealth perishes too, right? Same size grave, same size box. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and the wicked walks into it instead. Get that? Getting the idea that being righteous is the way to go? Righteous means trying, okay? It's not I'm better than you, I'm holier than thou. I'm following the Lord and trying my best. Okay? 9, with the mouth the godless man would destroy his neighbor, but by knowledge the righteous are delivered. Right? What are we seeking? Knowledge. If you know, okay? If you know, you know. Right? So we're going to keep studying and we're going to know. Over here in this, it says, a hypocrite with his mouth hurteth his neighbor, but the righteous shall be delivered by knowledge. A dissembler that pretendeth friendship, but is a privy enemy. Right? So, there you go. By knowledge, the righteous are delivered. Okay. If you know, they can't tell you something if you know the truth. If you've studied and you have the knowledge, you'll know what they're saying is a lie. Right? It's important. 10, when it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perish, there are shouts of gladness. Yeah, that's true. 11, by the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted. But by the mouth of the wicked, it is overthrown. Well, you can see why I highlighted this, right? Our city or country was doing very well, but mouth of the wicked, it is overthrown. Look what's happened. We won't get into politics here, but you don't need to. You can see what's happened. Right? 12, whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent. What did we say yesterday? Keep your mouth shut, right? A man of understanding remains silent. Don't belittle your neighbor. Don't belittle your friends. Don't look down on them. That's pride. God hates pride, right? Know when to keep your mouth shut. 13, whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets. Gossiping, okay? But he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered. That's highlighted because it's very important. If somebody comes to you with a problem privately, hi, I'm having a problem. Can you pray for me? Can you help me out? You know, I've been doing this and I want to repent. I want to come straight and I need somebody to help me. They told you that, and they just, please don't tell anybody, okay? They told you this in secret, okay? If you're trustworthy in spirit, you will keep it. You will keep it secret. It's between you and God. If you're a gossip and a slanderer, you will tell somebody else. Even if, oh, so-and-so's doing such and such, and he needs us to pray for him. He didn't say that. You are now a gossip. You're a slanderer. That can tear apart churches and tear apart friends. And when your friend finds out, he will never trust you again. Okay? Gossip is a huge thing with me. If somebody tells you something in confidence, you need to keep that to yourself, strictly to yourself. That means you don't even tell your spouse about it. Right? 14, where there is no guidance, a people falls. But in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. Right? You say that in some of these big cities, huh? Being torn apart for lack of guidance. 15, whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer harm. But he who hates striking hands in pledge is secure. Now, he talks about this in almost every single chapter, right? Co-signing for somebody else's loan, guaranteeing somebody else's loan. He hates it, because what does that do? That puts you under somebody as a slave, okay? This person can do anything he wants. If he doesn't pay his bills, you have to pay his bills. They will come after you. They will take your stuff. They will repossess your house, right? Because you have put up security for a stranger meaning not your friend, but your friend is borrowing money from somebody that you have no idea who that is, and that person is now going to come to you. So you are under this person's control until it's paid off. Don't go there in the first place, right? Oh, pain. Like I said, he was very serious about that. He talks about that a lot. In other places, he says the borrower is slave to the lender, right? If you co-sign for somebody, you are a slave to the borrower and the lender. Okay. 16, a gracious woman gets honor, and violent men get riches. What does this say at this note of a modest woman? Violent men get riches. Interesting, huh? A gracious or modest woman gets honor. A violent man gets riches. Evil. 17, a man who is kind benefits himself. Got that? Being kind benefits yourself. But a cruel man hurts himself. And we highlighted that. Always be kind, okay? If you hurt other people, you're cruel, you're only hurting yourself. 18, the wicked earns deceptive wages. But the one who sows righteousness gets a sure reward. Right. Deceptive wages. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but he that soweth righteousness shall receive a sure reward. Right. Sows righteousness, right? Plants righteousness. Right? Sure reward. Deceptive wages. That could be a study by itself, okay? Cheating, stealing. 19, whoever is steadfast in righteousness will live, but he who pursues evil will die. Right? You want to live or do you want to die? Just that simple. 20, those of crooked heart are an abomination to the Lord, but those of blameless ways are his delight. With that crooked heart. Are an abomination. You know people. Everybody knows people like this, okay? Crooked heart. 21, be assured an evil person will not go unpunished, but the offspring of the righteous will be delivered. The offspring, your kids. If you're righteous, your kids will be delivered. How do you like that? Because kids emanate their parents. So set that example while they're young. Right? That's something we can all take comfort in, right? Be assured an evil person will not go unpunished. 22, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without discretion. Plenty of these on TV and the internet, huh? Beautiful women with no discretion. Right? It's like putting a gold ring in a pig's snout. Useless, right? Useless. 23, the desire of the righteous ends only in good. the expectation of the wicked in wrath. That you got a key that it's better to be righteous. You know, let's do this. Let's see. Let's see what the righteous means a person or conduct morally right or justifiable or virtuous. Right. Very good. Excellent. Interesting, huh? Being good. Seeking the Lord. Trying your best. Okay, 24. One gives freely, it grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched. One who waters will himself be watered. Okay. You ever see people in church, man, they're so blessed. They're always getting all this stuff and they're getting blessed and they're always getting money and they always have everything and they always give so much to the poor, right? I love to use this cup as an example. God fills your cup. If he fills your cup, fills it up full, you set it on a shelf, admire it, that's my full cup. The blessings stop coming. Your cup is full, okay? How come I don't get blessings anymore? Well, your cup is full. If you pour it out, if you pour out your cup, help the poor, tithe to your church, help your neighbors, right? Feed the hungry. As you pour out, God will keep filling it up. And if you pour out, the more you pour out, the more he's going to fill up. So if you see people getting tons of blessings, they're pouring out, okay? Because God will keep your cup full. And if you keep pouring it out, God's going to keep filling it up. And you, from the outside, are going to see this person's being filled and getting all these blessings and all this stuff. What you don't see is him pouring out his cup, okay? To feed the poor, to help the needy. That's supposed to be done in secret. You're not supposed to. If you go spreading, if you take your camera with you or your phone and here I am giving to the poor, you take a picture of yourself, that's all the reward you're ever going to get. If you put it on the internet, that's all the reward you're ever going to get. Okay? If you do it in secret, it says Jesus says your left hand should not know what your right hand is doing. You should be giving to the needy in secret so nobody knows but God, and God will reward you. So you won't see this righteous person pouring out his cup and helping all these people. You'll just see God showering them with blessings to keep his cup full. All right? So, one gives freely and yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and whoever waters will himself be watered. Make better sense now? Yeah. Okay. I love that one. 26, the person, by the way, in that story I used to the pouring out of the cup, I got that from Charles Stanley years and years and years ago. Okay. He was a great teacher. And credit where credit is due, right? Okay, 26. The people curse him who holds back grain, but a blessing is on the head of him who sells it. And even if somebody's so stingy, like a couple of years ago in 2020, there were people that bought up all the toilet paper in the world, right? And toilet paper, really? I'm like, really? So you couldn't get toilet paper, okay? And they wouldn't sell it to you. Come on, sell me a roll. You've got to have it. And they wouldn't, okay? People curse people like that, okay? But there was somebody we had, extra. We keep stocked up. We don't go crazy, but then we had friends. Man, we can't find any. I'll bring you some. Don't sell it. I'll give it to you. Not a problem. Okay? And we gave it to him, right? Blessing is on the head of him who sells it. I mean, I could have sold it to them. Okay, I'll sell it to you for what I paid for it, No interest or anything, but we gave it to them. So, if you should store up so you can bless other people. That goes back up to here, right? Okay. So, 27. Whoever diligently seeks good seeks favor. And there's a note there. Acceptance. But evil comes to him who searches for it. Right. Yeah. He that seeketh evil, it shall come to him. Right? If you look for trouble, you're going to find it. Okay? It says it right there in the Bible. If you look for trouble, you're going to find it. Okay? If you look for the bad, if you look for the evil, you're going to find it. If you diligently seek good, right? Always look for the good in people. Look for the good in everything, right? It says you seek favor or acceptance. Right? It says over here you get favor or acceptance. People like you. So don't look for trouble. You'll find it. 28, whoever trusts in his riches will fall. Got that? But the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. But trust in your money. Money is a false god. Money is a tool, okay? Love of money, it becomes a god called mammon, right? And it will fail you every single time, right? Will. It doesn't say might, it says will fall, okay? 29, whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. Let's see what this says over here about house. The covetous men that spare their riches to the hindrance of their families shall be deprived thereof miserably. The covetous men that spare their riches to the hindrance of their family shall be deprived thereof miserably. Don't you love that? He that troubles his own household will inherit the wind. Nothing. I like their notes over here. And the fool shall be servant to the wise. What's this one say? For though the wicked be rich, yet they are but slaves to the godly, which are the true possessors of the gifts of God. Right? Though they be rich, they are slaves to the godly. Interesting notes, huh? The fool will be servant to the wise of heart. Have you ever known? I mean, there are some people that are very rich and not very bright, okay? They just did something, some fighters, if you're very good at fighting and big and strong, and you could get rich very fastly, right? And you do stupid stuff with it, and you always rely on some simple little person that's righteous, that knows how to invest and knows how to do stuff, okay? You become servant to that person. A rich person, the strong man becomes the servant to, it could be his accountant, somebody wise, right? Okay, 30. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and whoever captures souls is wise. Winneth souls. I like that better. He that winneth souls, that is, bringeth them to the knowledge of God. Right? Those who bring souls to the knowledge of God capture souls. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. Means if you are trying to be righteous, if you're following the Lord, if you're studying the Bible, people should be able to come to you and get fruit, right? Get knowledge, right? You can win souls. That's a good verse. Let's highlight that. Highlight that. I like that. You can be a tree of life and win souls, right? And 31. If the righteous is repaid on earth, how much more the wicked and the sinner? Something we will all wait and see, right? It will happen. So, here we go. We highlighted a bunch of stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Just like to go over it. We talked about a false balance being an abomination to the Lord, right? Shrinkflation. Making you think you're buying a pound of something when you're only getting 3/4 of a pound of something. They used to outright cheat, okay? They would take their weights and they would put lead inside them so it weighed more. So see, this says 1 pound when it actually, right? When it actually weighs something different, right? So when you put it on there, you give them something, and this is only a ½ pound, and so you're getting a pound. They're charging you, think you're getting a pound, but you're not because of the false weights when they used to weigh everything out, right? That's why now, even for many years, the government has to come in and certify your scale to make sure it's not false weights. And you still have to do that, right? We highlighted part of 2. With the humble is wisdom, right? You can't overstate the value of being humble, right? Realizing you're not the smartest person in the room. We highlighted 3, 5, and 6 because they go together, okay? The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. The righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight. Okay? Let's read these together. The integrity of the upright guides them. The righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight. The righteousness of the upright delivers them. But the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them, and the wicked falls by his own wickedness. The treacherous are taken captive by their lust. Right? There you go. Integrity, righteousness, blameless. You highlighted 4. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. And we talked about that. Your money, you can't take it with you. Don't spend your whole life getting money, because in the end, you can't take it with you, and you've wasted your whole life, right? When you could have been a tree of life for others. Okay, highlighted part of 9. By knowledge, the righteous are delivered. Got that? This is knowledge, okay? Studying the Bible, talking to God, following his example. Right? Jesus said, if you do what I do, you will be saved. Right? Yeshua said that. You highlighted 11. By the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted. By the mouth of the wicked, it is overthrown. You don't have to go into this. You can see it, right? You can see it right now. And you can see it all through history. Right? This was probably written, 3,000 years ago, and there it is. Same things happening. And this is very important. Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent. Keep your mouth shut, right? When all else fails, the first thing you should do is keep your mouth shut. Right? 13, whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, gossiping. Right? Whoever goes about gossiping reveals secrets. But he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered. I cannot overstate the importance of this. If somebody confides in you, you need to keep that to yourself. Otherwise, you become a gossip, right? And you will tear up churches. You will tear up friends. That friend will never talk to you again, right? Because he knows he only told one person, and now it's all over the church. That is very important. Yeah, we highlighted 15. Just because he talks about this in every chapter, right? Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer harm, but one who hates striking hands in pledge is secure. Don't co-sign, okay? By co-signing, you're putting up your security, your goods, your house, your money, your bank account for somebody you don't even know, okay? But somebody in the middle, right? Your friend and they're a stranger. Suddenly, all of your stuff is in jeopardy. And you're a slave to this person up here if he doesn't pay his bills. Don't do that. 17, a man who is kind benefits himself. Okay? Being kind is good for you. Right? Just simple. Being kind is good for you. Okay. The wicked earn deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness gets a sure reward. Deceitful work, deceptive wages. And to this, those of a crooked heart are an abomination to the Lord. It says forward heart here. Forward, when they use the word forward, every time they use it in here, it meant perverse. Okay, maybe perverse heart. Right, crooked, perverse, forward are an abomination to the Lord. Right? Be assured, an evil person will not go unpunished. Simple statement. We all need to read this. There are evil people here. There are people that have done you wrong, that have done everybody wrong, the country wrong. These people will not go unpunished. Be assured. Okay? We highlighted 22, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without discretion. So, right. Beautiful woman without discretion. We talked about that. 24. One gives freely, yet grows all the richer, and another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Yeah. Right. Whoever brings a blessing will be enriched. Whoever waters will himself be watered. We talked about this. Pouring out your blessings. God will keep filling you. The faster you pour out, the faster he'll fill it up. Right. 27. Whoever diligently seeks good seeks favor, but evil comes to him who searches for it. Right. If you look for trouble, you're going to find trouble. Okay. Every time. If you seek good diligently, you'll find good. You'll find acceptance. You'll find favor. Important. 29, we highlighted, whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. And I like the note over here. In the covetous men that spare their riches to the hindrance of their families shall be deprived thereof miserably. Right? And the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. Right? The foolish rich person who relies on his not rich accountant, right? So he doesn't go broke. There you go. And 30, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, but whoever captures souls is wise. And this just clicked with me today. Okay. By being righteous, by studying, by doing your best, by following the Lord, you are a tree of life, right? And you can capture souls. You can win souls for the Lord. You have answer. You have fruit that you can share with them, right? That's cool. So there you go. That's Proverbs 11. Lots of good stuff in there, right? So stay tuned later today. We are still deep in the Gospels in our Through the Bible in a Year, day 285, I think it is. But until next, remember, stay humble, stay wise, stay giving. See you next time.